They called him a rebel, a dictator in military fatigues, a threat to democracy. But in Burkina Faso, they call him a liberator. And in the secret rooms of Europe and America, they call him something far more dangerous, the man who might finally unite Africa. In London, Paris, and Washington, D.C., confidential memos are being passed hand to hand. They carry the same warning. The new military leadership in Burkina Faso is not just resisting France, it's awakening a dangerous ideology, Pan-Africanism. To Western powers, this isn't just politics. It's war, an ideological war. But Ibrahim Traoré doesn't shout. He doesn't tweet. He doesn't even speak often to the media. His silence is a weapon, and his actions speak louder. He expels French troops, shuts down foreign influence groups, begins forming the alliance of Sahel states with Mali and Niger. He's not trying to win the West's approval. He's trying to break free from its control. In leaked NATO cables from early 2024, analysts write, the formation of a Pan-African military bloc poses a direct threat to Western energy security. Translation: they're afraid of a black NATO, an African force that protects its own people and refuses to be bought. Burkina Faso is rich in gold. Niger has uranium. Mali has lithium. Together, these countries hold some of the most strategic resources in the world. And Traoré just blocked exports to Western companies. Instead, he opened secret talks with Russia, China, and BRICS. The West is not just losing control, it's losing the game. Meanwhile in Ouagadougou, a young journalist named Daniel stumbles across a file marked Operation Eclipse. It details decades of psychological operations used to manipulate African elections and public opinion. They're afraid of unity, Daniel whispers. They've always been afraid. Foreign news outlets flood YouTube and Twitter with headlines. Traoré's military junta silences democracy. Burkina Faso, freedom in crisis. But on the streets of Ouagadougou, people are singing. They're chanting his name. Because in Africa, freedom doesn't look like CNN's version. It looks like sovereignty. Whispers in the Sahel compare Traoré to another man, Muammar Gaddafi. Before he was killed, Gaddafi proposed a united African currency backed by gold. Is history repeating itself? On TikTok, a comment goes viral. We don't care if Africa unites. Just stay out of our cities. We don't need your gold. But behind those words is fear. Fear that Africa will no longer be dependent. Fear that the lies have expired. Fear that the youth will awaken. You see, it was never about Burkina Faso alone. It was always about the idea of African strength. Ibrahim Traoré may not be the most powerful man in the world, but he might be the most dangerous. To the world that wants Africa to remain silent, the question is no longer if Africa will unite, it's how soon. And when it does, the world will have no choice but to listen.